Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr. My name is Wilfred. So as promised in my last video, I'd like to share with you one of the pre-recorded video just earlier on. And I was playing the Void Crusade as I always do. This map is the Zircon. Not exactly an easy map, and I was about to give up on this campaign or mission here because at that time of recording I was level 89 and the map is 12 level above me at 101. I've never done something so hard in basically any ARPG, but you know, it's fair. This game is fair because sometimes you face a lot of very hard content and you can't like keep going at it and not getting through it. Sometimes it does too, but it's interesting from a game design perspective. I like to just highlight to you all because not everyone of you got a chance to play with the Warhammer this game and nor get to this part. So this map is very special. It does escalate to a point whereby it is very hard. It does have a lot of a lot of enemies, villains, and all. Does insane amount of damage. However, the layout of the map is structured in a way that you could go the fast way, whereby if you can destroy everything at ease, you can just go in the middle, destroy everything, silence the gun one after the other, or you could be like me, taking down the turret, protecting the premises just like a war because you are one against everyone, and then start to approach a gun from the outside bridge instead of going through the middle part of it, which is going to be very tough, and do that. And you have to observe where the turret, like if you see on the map right now here, there's a turret on the other side, so you don't necessarily want to go too near to that turret to trigger all this additional kind of damage against you. And meanwhile, you have your inoculator, which is like a med kit kind of mechanism, the little syringe on the left hand side, the dots there indicate how many more shots that you have versus the shield I have, the button number 3, which is 4 shields I can pop before I need to replenish it through a supply box. We can see here there's a supply box of like shield. So shield grant me invulnerability, but only 4 times before I find another shield. And also the syringe is basically a med kit, so I need to juggle between the two. And then it's great because I got to strategize, what is the best way to approach one of these guns, and I found a way to sort of disable the gun from afar, and you'll see in just a bit on how I do that, and try to just cautiously drag out the mobs a little bit and towards me, take down the enemy kind of from afar. And it is really tough. You can see that in many moments this Crusader was close to being defeated when just a hairline of health like this one here, it is not uncommon. So it is very tough. But besides the strategy involved, which obviously just trying to thin out the enemies and so on, I got a little bit of luck as well because 2 things here. First of all, I managed to get 1 upgrade that kind of marginally increased my the chance of my survival, I guess, and also a bit of the DPS buff. And every bit's helped because although I'm level 89, I started this Void Crusade when I was 87. And the gear I've got in my last video I showed to you all is about high 60 to mid 80. So it's a mix of an average mid 70 gear that I have. So it's kind of underwhelming, and I'm taking on a map that's 110, which is 100 is the max of a character. So basically I'm really taking on to something really high here, really tough here. And as you can see here, I don't really use a melee kind of skill. So another kind of things that I try to learn is to be more versatile, because although my spec is very much like a physical area as well as melee, but because of the buff towards physical, another debuff as well, of course, I'm able to do range as well. So I use range as when I need to just draw out certain mobs across to me, or when the turret is just too strong, then I'll try to do something about it. Now I'm trying to observe where are the turret, because it's the first time I get to this map, and some of this could be just mobs. And in this part, as you can see, I was quite careful not to destroy the wall, because the wall ultimately will protect me when the time comes in. If I need to hide behind the wall and take down the enemy on the other side, I try not to destroy too many walls until I can't have that option, because like I said, it's new to me. So yeah, I mean, there's really a lot of fun, a lot of fun to do this Void Crusade. And as I mentioned in my last video, the Void Crusade, of course, we go towards the Supreme Mission, which is the last mission that gives you all or nothing kind of loot. I mean, of course, every map that you complete here grants you kind of the loot, but the one that's really relevant is towards the end, when you have boxes after boxes of all the big loot, right? We all go for that kind of like reward. So you wouldn't want to fail on your Supreme Mission, and usually you lock the level of the Supreme Mission at something that's closer to your level. So I'm 89, I managed to lock the Supreme Mission at 91. And of course, up to my jurisdiction, if I would like to increase the difficulty level by 2, 5, or even 11 through a tarot card, I can do that. But I don't have to do it, or I can just play it safe, because that is the all or nothing kind of like reward. But when it comes to the bonuses, whereby I want to get extra keys, I want to get extra kind of like info fragment for me to get the information of what the loots are, I have to do something extra. And by completing this particular map, I would have managed to complete 2 secret missions that will grant me extra keys. So do I have to do it? Probably not. Does the time investment kind of warrant the pain that I'm going through? Probably not as well. But I just feel good to be able to take down something that's really hard, and I'll get very satisfied if I kind of see that, okay, I spec the right way, or the way I play it is not that bad, or the fact that I'm using a great sword. If you read the Steam guide, I think a lot of people are recommending, or some people would recommend the thunder, the thunder power thunder, which is like a big kind of hammer, thunder hammer, sorry, to be the end game kind of like equipment. So, but I want to do something different. I like spin to win kind of build from Diablo 3, from other games as well. So I'm trying to see if I could make it work as well, putting in more points into area of damage. And there is one note that I've opened that I found that probably is a key to the success of this particular kind of like a map, is that if I hit enemy with area of damage, just hit it, I get like X amount, X number of X percentage of buff to my damage. And suffice to say, the more you hit, the more damage buff you have, up to a certain kind of limit, like 50%, I can't remember. But that kind of like help, because I'm facing a lot of summoner mobs here, whereby they keep generating enemy for me to buff my damage. So in a way, it kind of helped me as well for this map. And I know that I got pretty decent kind of like health per hit, or gain the suppression when I hit, and all these things that will help me to just replenish my health and get a shield of everything. So I think the build kind of work as well. It's just a test, like sandbox, I would say. Warhammer is a bit of sandbox. Now back to the narration of this video, is that I managed to take down some guns, and I think that's important. I managed to take down like 2 of them. It's the last one, and I wouldn't want to, like, this is, by the way, this is one of those that can shoot you from afar, and you are behind a wall here, so I don't have to take any damage except the kind of annoying things around me, and I can keep taking down the enemy from a side. So it's playing it a little bit safe, draw some enemy towards me, try to take down the turret on the other side, and try to explore the area around it as well. Now I'm missing quite a number of treasure chests, unfortunately, but I really don't want to risk going through the middle part, which is just too many groups of mobs. you know, hitting me together. So yeah, I mean, I'm towards the end of it, you know, doing a bit of like range, and after that I'm going in for the melee as well, a bit of both. You just have to play it smart. Sometimes you can't just blindly spin to win everything, which is good, I think, because if you watch some of the previous video, things looks a bit too easy, right? And you may say that, well, where's the fun when things are too easy? Well, there you go. 12 level above your own level is something that is rather difficult. Now, I must confess that I was about to give up on this map because, you know, hey, really, is it really worth it? The amount of time you spend on playing this map is probably about 15 minutes or 20 minutes, in fact, because I started recording kind of like, I skipped the beginning part. I want to just test out how difficult things are, whether things are doable or not. If I don't feel that I could do it, I'll just like stop the recording, right? I mean, there's no point recording anything if I'm not going to do it. But yeah, I got a sense that maybe I got a shot, and I'm so glad that I stick on as well. So for the very last bit, so far no defeat as yet, and I would just like to kind of like, you know, avoid all these things that beam from the top is actually pretty harmful. If you stand there, they're likely to one-shot you or make it very, very painful for you. So the fact is, I mean, the trick is just to avoid getting hit by all these things while trying to destroy all these like villain as well. Commander is a lot of them. I'm doing a bit of range, a bit of like melee, just to make things up a bit. Yeah, just too many of those things. And sometimes when I spin, right, I have this like tendency to get stuck on the terrain, and with all this beam thingy, and become a little bit more critical, as in like, am I confident that I'm at the right place at the right time? Because if I got stuck in the terrain like between two rocks and I can't dodge the beam, then that's it, you know, kind of like one life gone. So I'm trying to like, you know, just play safe a little bit, and you know I'm almost there. Once I take down this guy, I can disable the turret, and I'm almost there. So just be patient. The last bit is just to be careful a little bit, not to get beamed. So it's, yeah, I got hit, but it wasn't that painful. It could be some of those like, you know, mitigation that I've got, but it's supposed to be quite harmful as well. So now that's done. Now I need to disable the turret, and now that is when I have to go in. I mean, find a place, you know, find a good timing to it. Start to interact with it, pop the shield, and then eat the beam. So the beam, actually, I'm invulnerable, right? Because there's a shield there, I eat it. So again, it's just gearing and strategy, and it works again without getting like hit by the beam. So the last part after disable all the AA batteries is to call an airstrike on the bunker. And I was like, oh no, is it going to be another very painful experience? Because, you know, I just have no idea where the bunker is. So fortunately, I think the bunker is not too far away from the first battery, AA battery. So that is really cool. No drama here. From this point onwards, it's just like, you know, I was a bit cautious. From this point onwards, just interact with it, call in the strike, and that's it. Bunker is gone. So that is the end of it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have fun with it. Yes, it is a very fun game. I love it, and I'll continue playing it. You know, very much enjoying every bit of it. All right, I'll see you next time. I'll do another map, one that maybe Crimson. I have not done it before. So, but yeah, that is a story for another day. So, the Empire protects. Bye.